So Don said yesterday, and it's not just Don. So I'm picking on Don because I heard him say it, but I've heard other people say it too. Well, now that the Mets are good, now there's a chance that Soto could sign there because, he wouldn't want to go to the dumpster fire that was the Mets before they got good. Let me give you a little insight. When Alex Rodriguez became a free agent and his client or his agent was Scott Boras, the team that offered him the most money was the Texas Rangers. A veritable dumpster fire. Juan Soto is going to go where they pay him the most money. And if it's a team that's bad, if the White Sox offer him $80 million a year, you know what? He's going to the White Sox. So it doesn't matter that the Mets have pulled themselves out of what was a dumpster fire and become a very good team. He's going to go where they pay him the most money. And people are saying, well, now that the Yankees are playing poorly and he's seeing how bad it is that they're playing poorly, he's not going to want to sign there. If the Yankees pay him the most money, he'll sign there. That's why I asked Scott Boras as his agent. He's left the Washington Nationals, a place that he loved. And they made him a $440 million offer. This was 3 years ago. He said no. So please don't tell me he's not going to go to a dumpster fire. If the owners of the Marlins won a $3 billion lotto, he'd sign there. Who's going to pay him the most money? Doesn't matter if the Mets are no longer a dumpster fire. Doesn't matter if the Yankees, for some reason, drop out of the playoffs. He's going to sign where they pay him the most money. Period. Right. Everybody should get over that.
All right, so what's your issue with me?
You said, well, now there's a better chance he'll sign with the Mets because they're not a dumpster fire anymore.
Well, no, what I said yesterday, Peter was there. I said, I want to know from all those Yankee fans who said he'll never sign with a dumpster fire the Mets. Are the Mets a dumpster fire now? But I've been in lockstep with you. I think he's going to go to the highest bidder. That's why you have Scott Boras as your agent. But for the Yankee fans, and a lot of them in the media, he's never going to leave the Yankees. The Yankees he's given the best chance to win. Why would he want to go to that embarrassing organization, that dumpster fire of an organization? So I was asking those people, well, how do the Mets look now? Do the Mets look like a dumpster fire? Do the Mets look like an embarrassment? So that's why I was talking to those people.
Gotcha. So I interpreted it as you saying, well, now he's going to want to go there because it's not a dumpster fire. And I said it too. When Yankee fans, he's not going to want to go to the dumpster fire. If Steve Cohen offers him $70 million a year, you know what? He's going to go to a dumpster fire. Because Alex Rodriguez went to a dumpster fire. The Texas Rangers, when Alex Rodriguez went there, were awful.
Yeah. Your quote was that I think that's where it originated, the Mona Lisa in a garage.
Yeah. Was
him going to the Texas Rangers. Now, I've always believed that. Why would you have Scott Boras as your agent? But take a look at Twitter. Listen to some of the shows around New York.
They're out of their mind.
Led by Yankee
ill-informed. They're ill-informed.
Why would he take off the pinstripes and put on that uniform? Dude, you've got Scott Boras as your agent. Now, that doesn't mean that he can't dump Scott Boras and decide, he'll take less money or whatever. But the Mets had a distinct advantage for no other reason that they may decide, we'll give him $65 million a year. And if that's the case, then the Yankees are going to be out. And the Mets might, I don't know if the Mets will do that, but they certainly are equipped to do that with Steve Cohen. But I just wanted to know from all those Yankee fans that said the Mets are a dumpster fire, an embarrassment, why would he go there? Well, that was a team 2 years ago that won 101 games, and right now one of the hottest teams in baseball. Now it could all turn around and disintegrate this weekend. Who knows? But right now it doesn't look like a dumpster fire. And I'm with you, Michael. When you have Scott Boras as your agent, you are going to the highest bidder. And I think the Mets, more than any other team in Major League Baseball, for better or worse, are in a position where they can offer more money than anyone. So that would make me a little worried if I was a Yankee fan.
Now,
not based on how they play.
I will contend, if it's close, like really close, not like $5 million a year close, like $1 million a year close, then he's probably going to go where he's comfortable or where he thinks he has a better chance to win. But if he gets blown out of the water by the worst team in baseball, he's going there.
Don, that's what I thought your point was yesterday, was that we landed in a place where if somehow the money was basically equal between the Yankees and Mets, maybe the Mets made a case for being a more appealing destination.
Well, see, that's what I thought. See, that's interesting. I would love to get your thoughts on that, Michael. Let's say things play out the way they do and have for the Yankees over recent memory. Because I think the Yankees are definitely making the playoffs. They got an easy schedule in August, and there's not a lot of great teams that are behind them. So let's say they even win this division, which could possibly happen. The Orioles should be kicking themselves, Michael. They had an opportunity to have a 5-6 game lead in this division and didn't do it, and lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins and almost got swept. Do you see how they blew a 6-3 lead yesterday in Miami against one of the worst teams in baseball? Whatever. And they go out quietly in the postseason like what's happened in recent vintage. And then the Mets will do whatever they do. They make the playoffs, they go out early, whatever. If everything ends up being equal, I agree with you. He'd probably go with the Yankees. But do you think there could be a situation where he goes, the Yankees, there's a lot of pressure there. The fans are always on you. I want to go someplace where maybe they're having a little bit more fun. It's not as negative driven. There isn't that whole World Series or your whole failure thing. Could that be something he looks at if everything's an even and go, hey, I get to stay in the same market, and maybe the Mets could be a little bit more appealing because I won't have that unbelievable pressure that every Yankee has to win or your embarrassment.
I honestly, I know him in a peripheral sense. I don't think pressure bothers him at all. He's not going to go. He's not going to go somewhere else because there's less pressure. I think, and Yankee fans have been nothing but great to him.
Right.
So that's not going to have an impact. He sees Yankee fans tough on other players, but it's been a love fest since opening day.
No, absolutely. And it's not that I don't think he'd be able to take the pressure. It's just that does he think like this constant the constant microscope that we're under that no other franchise is under. Like, I don't know, Michael. Are they talking in L.A. about the Dodgers having one championship in the last 36 years?
Probably not.
Is talk radio in Philadelphia looking at the Phillies that they've haven't won a championship since 2008 and won championship since 1980. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's the same city, right? The same media. If the Mets go to the World Series, it's going to be the same people that were covering the Yankees that would all of a sudden start covering the Mets. But there isn't that edict. Just look at it. The Yankees are 16 games above 500, and it's like a morgue at Yankee Stadium. And the fans and the players, the adversity that they're feeling, and the Mets are 6 over, and people are celebrating because there was a different set of expectations going into this season. The expectations are always high.
Yeah, I
don't know him personally, but I just think it's a little bit closer than people were giving it credit for to begin with. And now I think the way the Mets are playing, it's even closer.
If you want to, break the code, if you want to try to read the tea leaves, then look at the money that he's going to be offered. Period. That's it. Stop it. You were all being silly that, there was going to be this love fest and he signed with the Yankees for a lot less. And we also heard that they were going to negotiate him during the season. I told you there's no way. There's no way. He's 6 months away from free agency where 30 teams could bid on him, and he's going to sign? He's not. I doubt they ever even got a chance to speak. It's all going to come down to money. Period. And he has not said anything that would lead you to believe otherwise. He has been very savvy with every word that he said. I let my agent handle that.
Yeah.
He's not tipping his hand, I love it here. Not, as I said it once. He said the fans have been great, whatever. But he's not saying, I want to be here. He's not. Because he's been coached by Boris not to do it.
And I don't think... And I'll take it a step further. I said it at the time. I don't think anything the fans do, the Yankees do, the city does for him will make much of a difference. He probably knew how it was going to be this year with the Yankees. The Yankees treat their players very well. If you win, there's no better place to go out there and succeed. As you said, the fans have loved him. It's been a love fest since he's been here. I don't think that's any kind of a surprise. I don't think he came in close-minded, but I think he came in, all right, whoever offers me the most money is where I'm going to go. Like, I really don't think it ever came down to him being so blown away by the Yankees that he was going to give them any kind of a discount. If everything's even, that's a different story. I think the Yankees have a distinct advantage because of the pedigree and the way they treat the players and their history and all that. But if he's all about the money, Michael, then he is going to go to the highest bidder.